Angelo here. Homeless bum working in a warehouse 6 days a week in LA. Living in my car for 2 years now. I'm a filmmaker. I'm just all around like the most amazing person people have ever met. That's what they tell me. And I got a bruise on my arm from warehouse work. Some of the drivers held me down, beat the shit out of me. I went to the dollar store. I got some masks with filters on them, apple cider vinegar, sanitizer, trash bags. $47 at the dollar store. Not everything was $1. The apple cider vinegar, $10. But I'd rather go to that dollar store where it's not that busy than go to the grocery store where it seems like it's as busy as ever. In the parking lots in the shopping centers around here seem as busy as ever. I'm like, screw that. I'm not going in there when there's so many people getting infected in LA. Not to drive up my anxiety about it or anything, but by the end of this week, I'm wondering if I'm going to keep my job because there's like about 15,000 infections a day in LA. So by Friday, there could easily be another like 70,000 infections. Well, I can hear my voice echoing in this. Trying to just eat oh shit, a little too much vinegar. Trying to eat really healthy. I ate a little too much this morning. It was a pretty healthy meal. Spinach omelet, or not spinach omelet, mushroom, onion, and spinach, I think. Omelet with potatoes and like 2 little slices of what are those things? Bell peppers. But the thing is, the meal is so big, it's not good to eat it all at once. So I tried eating like half of it, and I ate more than half of it, and it was like too much. It's like, kicking up my insulin and everything. I ate a little more than half. I set it down for like 45 minutes, walked around and stuff. Today I was off work, and man, I got to sleep nice. I went to sleep at like around 6 o'clock, got up at 4 in the morning. Kept having dreams. People were trying to kill me and stuff. My brother was trying to kill me, and which is not that far from reality. And but I slept like 10 hours. I'm like, oh, that was so nice. And I still got up and worked out at like 5 in the morning. It was real nice. Hello, everyone. Hello, Sarah. I almost read your name as SARS. I'm like, oh, that sounds weird saying SARS. You don't think what's a good idea? Working till the end of the week, you don't think it's a good idea? It may not be. Yes, thank you, Mr. Amazing 3001. You just picked that name so I'd have to read it like that every time, didn't you? I'm having my apple cider vinegar and water. I'm trying to keep my health up. I got this at the food bank. 3 grams of sugar per serving, 88% like cacao. It's like dark chocolate, so it's like got flavonoids, good for your heart and stuff. I did eat a little too much today, but regardless, it's trying to get every little boost on my health that I can. I got Puffin cereal, even though it's got some sugar in it. It's a high ratio of fiber to carbohydrates, higher than the shredded wheat. So I'm like, that might be actually kind of better for me in a way. And just trying to keep my health up. And yeah, I'm thinking like, whatever happens, maybe just quit the job by the end of the week or so. Because there's so many people infected, and one small little slip at my job, I could get infected. And it's not even that I assume I'd get very sick. I may very well have no symptoms whatsoever, but it's not worth it. And it's not worth the anxiety of it. And with the money I'd make, not only because I get paid like it's delayed a week, so I still got next week, this Friday, coming Friday, I'll get paid. But even if I work this week too, I'll have another week after that. With that money, I can basically live for a couple months. Yeah, it's not really a lot to get by, but it's at least enough to get by. So I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if it necessarily permanently scars your lungs, because it depends on, the case, but it could very well. And if I get it, here's the thing. I would want to take at least 3 weeks off, because I've heard that if you do strenuous exercise after you get it, even after it's gone away, your immune system over responds and it attacks your heart muscles. And a lot of athletes have gotten damaged hearts afterwards. So now they're recommending like pro athletes or even like college athletes wait at least like 3 months and get heart scans and stuff before they resume training if they get the Trump virus. And some athletes have died afterward. Young people, so healthy and everything. So that's the thing, you don't know. And the people at my job are being so reckless, so arrogant and stupid, and it's just like you see them like chowing down food, like sitting around people. It's like, and talking to them. It's like, do you give a fuck about the people around you? Like, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm just gonna eat with people around me. I don't touch food inside the warehouse. I go to my car and pretty much roll up the windows entirely, if not just have them cracked a little if it's too warm, and eat. Yeah, I'm not worried about joining the military. I was ineligible to join the military for years. I actually, by the way, okay, it's not really worth making a video about itself, but I did try and join the military once, and I'm glad I didn't make it in. I would not have liked it, and even back then I wasn't really into it. It just, I thought, well, maybe this will, like, because this will be a way to have like some kind of career in like broadcasting or something, because I think it was the National Guard offered like media careers. I forget which one I tried, because I looked at like whatever I thought would be like the least likely to engage in, combat. Army Reserve or National Guard. I can't remember which one. I went to a recruiter's office and tried to join. Well, I was 27. And the other thing was messed up. I'm glad I wouldn't have made it in there. Was it was after I relapsed with DPDR, and I was basically trying to find some escape. Like, I thought maybe the training would shock me into coming back to reality. Within a month, I couldn't drive, so there was no way I could have survived that. And basically what happened, I talked to the recruiters, and again, I'm really glad I didn't join. I probably wouldn't have made it more than a few weeks, if that. And I'm sure it would have messed me up and everything. They said, I told them I was on some antipsychotic, and they both looked at each other like, because right then it was around the time there was withdrawal from Iraq, 2011 or so, even though we still got soldiers there, and the huge military, or not military base, the, what is it? The diplomatic base or something? Embassy, that's it. And they looked at each other like, oh man, he's not going to make it in. And they're like, well, you could, get a doctor like to see your health records and waive the requirement for you, but you're not that likely to get in. And plus, I'd have to take the ASVAB test, which is like a competency test, which under ordinary circumstances I wouldn't be that good at doing. On top of that, having my brain fried by DPDR I wouldn't have been good at. So I went to a clinic. I asked for my health records to be printed out. A few days later, they called me. They said, okay, we printed them out. It was like 250 pages. And I haven't had any major health problems. It was just a lot of doctor's visits, colds, whatever. I don't know. I saw in there once, years earlier, I saw like when I was 3, I was brought to the hospital because I choked on broken glass or something. Maybe my mom was trying to kill me. I don't know. But anyways, I had a lot of health records, so it's like 250 pages. They're like, all right, and it was like $1 a page, so, or $1.50 a page or something, so that'll be like $300. I said, oh no, that's okay, I don't want it. And they're like, oh, okay, so they printed it out, and I didn't pay them. And I hung up, and I'm like, well, that's that. I'm not bothering to pay $300 for a chance to possibly get in to something I really don't want to do in the first place. Again, it would have just been a way for me to like try and escape somehow, and I was disabled shortly after that, but I forget why I got in. Oh, the military. Somebody said, yeah, the military won't let you do it. Me, myself, and I, right. Man, ambulances being called all the time around here, and they were coming out somewhat regularly anyways. It seemed like for some of the homeless people around here, because a lot of homeless people stay around here, and I'd see them like out, like pull out and stop around where homeless people are camped out. But it's messed up. There's a kid's baseball game going on down the street from here with parents around. I'm like, Like, how do people not understand? I wish our science education was better for everyone to understand that this is not just a cold that you get. And with the ICUs filled, by the way, in LA, they're filled. It's like, what do you think will happen to the mortality rate? That's fairly low, but it's still alarmingly high, obviously. What do you think will happen when we can't treat people properly? It's going to go up. Anyways, like I said, what can I do? I can't save the world. I'm trying to focus on myself. So yeah, I don't know if I should stay at my job much longer. I'm lucky I tested negative. Rent strike, yeah, it's that's America for you. Yeah, military, maybe they do, yeah, believe it could cause long-term damage. They don't want soldiers and sailors or whatever dropping dead in training. Oh, Mr. Amazing 3001 said something. People get mad at me about telling them to stand behind the barriers. It makes me mad. People suck. Yeah. I feel like I'm just gonna start telling people at my job, like, hey, you gotta wear your mask. And not only that, dumbasses like the crybaby who whined at me, like, don't move my stuff. Don't. He looked like he was about to cry. He wears it below his nose. I feel I gotta tell him I can have no remorse over it. Hey, you gotta wear it above your nose. But there's too many people for me to do it. I can't do it throughout the warehouse because I'm stuck on my one belt that I work on. And yesterday I. The fuck you say? Fucking. Man, get the fuck away from me. Loud talking motherfuckers by my car, spreading the Trump virus into my car. That's also why I got these up to sort of block out some of the windows. It's not really a mask, but it's something. By the way, I spent $47 a few minutes ago at the dollar store because everything was a lot more than $1, but I got apple cider vinegar, filtered masks, hand sanitizer, trash bags, herring. It all added up to 47 bucks. But I'm good on that stuff for a while, though. It's like I want to make less trips. Like I'd rather get it now and have it for the next few months than go to the store a lot in a month or two when who knows 50% of LA could have the Trump virus. But yeah, I'm really wondering, like, because it seems like they're not taking it seriously at my job. No matter what I do, I can't make them take it seriously. I'm sure there's asymptomatic people at my job who don't give a shit and who are not getting tested, and the most selfish people. Just, I don't know why I'm doing that face. It's just like the face of obliviousness when you don't care if you infect people or if you get infected. Like, just no recognition of what's going on. So it's like, what can I do? I can take my money and just survive a few months. That's better than getting the Trump virus. Even if I'm asymptomatic, I still could spread it to others. Why would I want to have it and go in stores and risk spreading it to others? So that's my issue. 2-week notice, this is not the kind of job where you give 2-week notice. If I give 2 weeks notice, they'll probably be like, yeah, why don't you just go today? No, I'll wait till the day I quit to tell them that, because I don't want them to know 2 weeks in advance that I'm going to quit. It's not that kind of job. People quit there all the time. We're short-staffed. I'm betting like 2 people at my job quit. In fact, one person was telling me they were going to quit because the job was damaging their body. And, another person just obviously hated the job. Another 2 people, I'm not sure that they quit. I mean, I can't really be sure of anybody, but they may have gotten sick. I don't know. I don't know if it was with the Trump virus or not. But anyways, 1 in 80 people in LA has it. By the end of the week, it could be another 70, 80, 90,000 people. Could be 100,000 if it goes up to 20,000 infections a day. So people obviously are not taking it seriously. I work in a warehouse, a delivery warehouse, kind of like Amazon, but it's a different company. Oh, and click like, everyone. It helps me out. It helps the channel out. It gets YouTube's algorithm to get to work for me, especially because this is also a job of mine, and it may be my main job if I quit this other one. I've been looking on Craigslist. There's not much. Indeed.com, there's not even a whole lot. And there's even less that I'm qualified for. There are not many jobs out there I'm qualified for. A lot of them require experience in certain fields or expertise I do not have. And there's a place that lets me shower 5 days a week there. So I'm going to, and they have a sign. I guess they're going to start doing like job assistance there. So I'm going to see if they can help me get a job that's like COVID safe. I know that's the old word for it, but I just want to put it in there to remind people who haven't been updated. It's called the Trump virus. Since Trump unleashed it on this country, he was indifferent to people getting it. He didn't care. And he also wanted people to get infected. And then he personally infected like 40 different people. And he held his super spreader events. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll see day to day. Like, I don't know, maybe tomorrow they'll take it seriously, but that's very unlikely if they haven't already, and they're perfectly aware of this. And I left very like explicit, I wasn't cussing, but I mean explicitly clear messages with human resources last week saying, look, this is an epidemic now. It's rapidly spreading. It's going through the warehouse, I'm sure. I said I would like it if we had staggered schedules so that, say, for us, the package handlers, we could come in earlier. That way we're not there when the drivers are there. There's less people around. Another option, I forgot to mention this, I was kind of heated when I left the message, but the drivers could come in later. Yeah, I know it messes up everyone's schedule. So what? So does having half the staff gone because of the Trump virus. I also recommended better ventilation. Like, we got fans there, we got doors that we can leave open. I know it's cold in the morning, but we got to do it. And I asked if we could have an employee meeting to educate people on why mask usage is so important and how it's going to affect our jobs if we don't. And I also told them, look, this is required for you guys to run the warehouse. I said, I don't care about whether you make money or not. It's incidental to me. I care about people's health. So at least they know I'm not bootlicking. I'm not sure how much that helps me with them. Hey, Matt, haven't seen you here in a while. Yeah, I know, they won't care. What can I do? Survey sites for extra cash? Yeah, I've considered it, and basically it seems like a lot of work for very little money. Okay, phone's crapping out again, but surveys seem like a lot of work for a little money. So I'd rather, man, check this shit out. $4 for this at the dollar store. 8-gallon trash bags, but I got this in a box of 13-gallon ones because I just want to have enough so I don't need to go shopping for a while if it gets like too dangerous to even go out anywhere. It's like I'd rather just be able to survive like without contacting anyone. I forget what I was even just talking about. Oh, my phone's crashing, so here I'm going to put this, maybe my phone's overheating a little. Put a wet shop towel behind my phone to absorb some of the heat, which seems to help absolutely none at all. And I think I'm going to get tested every week now instead of every 2 weeks for the Trump virus, at least as long as I have this job. Even though it's getting harder to find test sites that have openings. But yeah, screw these people. I'm not giving 2 weeks notice. Just tell them, hey, I'm quitting. And by the end of the day, I'll say like, hey, today's my last day. And that's that. Fuck them. But I want to see how this week goes. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's foolish, but really, I just want to make an extra week of money at the very least. And see if they implement any changes, which I don't think they will. Hell no, I'm not doing customer service. Screw that. If I quit this job, I'll have enough money to get by for at least like 2 months solidly. It's expensive, even living in my car. To get meals out is expensive. To eat healthy is expensive. I'm not trying to skimp on healthy food, but that's really pricey out. I mean, getting salads, salads are the main thing. Pretty much every day I eat either salads or, man, yesterday I had way too big a meal that those fajitas. I only had one tortilla with them, but it was I should have cut it in half, left it for another hour to eat because it's like shouldn't eat too much all at once. But I'm getting better about that. And taking vitamin supplements. Actually, I'm going to take some now. My vitamin C and zinc, magnesium. And I take my temperature every day. But there's not many jobs around, so I want to see if I can get something else. Jeez, it's hot. That's a good thing about LA, though. Still hot, even in December. I tell my mom the temperature here, she's like, oh shit. She's like, isn't that something? She's like, it's in the teens here. I tried to, give a little encouragement to one of the employees at the food bank to wear a mask, which she was doing today. But I said, I hope you're all safe here. It's like 1 in 80 people have the coronavirus, the Trump virus, I should say. And I said, a lot of people are getting it at grocery stores. I read an article in LAist today about it. And she said, oh, if I get it, like if I die, I die. I don't care. Like I can't be worried, I said, well, yeah, I understand that. But, other people should be safe too, or should be kept safe. She's like, well, we all have to work, we all have to make money. So, you can't worry about it all the time. I'm like, great. Try and talk a little, just encourage a little safety consciousness for me and everyone else there, even though I wear my face shield. But she's going to end up giving it to her coworkers there and the volunteers there, and potentially have a very painful death. Cleaning, janitor work, that I'm not even qualified for that. All those jobs that I've seen, well, one, they're either way too few hours, which maybe I'll just accept that because that may be best, but either like not many hours, like 15, 20 hours a week, which again, hey, maybe that's better. That if that lets me survive and I'm safe, not around other people, that's fine. But also a lot of them just require experience I don't have. All right, see, that's not really helping the cold towel, but a lot of those cleaning jobs require experience that I don't have. They say like, oh, they want you to have a year of experience with facilities maintenance or industrial cleaning supplies or industrial cleaning equipment, experience with floor buffers, all that stuff, for mixing chemicals. So, fortunately, it looks like right now, it's just not a great position to be in for me. I just don't have many job skills. I'll see, like I said, at that charity that helps homeless people shower. If they have their job hunting services available, or whenever they do, if they'll help me find another job. And I don't want to work for Amazon now. I know it'll be even worse there. Yep, people are careless. Yeah, they want experience for that. Hey, sure, I guess. Car wash, maybe. Yeah, I'd have to look into that and see. But even then, you're around people, you're around customers. A lot of car wash jobs, they're at rental places like Enterprise or Hertz, or they're at car dealerships where you have to shuttle cars and people around too. And so if you have to drive customers around, you're in an enclosed space. I don't care if you both have masks on. Masks aren't perfect, especially in prolonged periods close to other people. You're much more likely to get or spread the Trump virus. So it's like, how worth it is that for me? Yeah, it's just got to think. And also, car washing can be a tough job, especially if you're doing it for people's own cars. If you're doing it for a rental place, that's one thing. I did that for a while, and they didn't really care too much, like, how you did it. But if you're doing people's own cars, then they fucking stand there and watch you do it. From what I've seen, and it's like, I wouldn't even like that, for people to stand there looking at me. I'd be like, what the fuck are you staring at? No, I can't do that. Here's the thing, Mr. Amazing 3001. No, I can't really offer editing services because I have nowhere to do it. I don't have a home. I don't have an office. I haven't opened my laptop in months because I have nowhere to edit out of. And also, a lot of places that want editing, they want you to have a fast computer, and because they need you to process very, high data rate footage, like 4K or 6K footage. This is annoying. But yeah, they want you to be able to edit footage from like very advanced cameras that I can't do on my laptop. I have a $300 refurbished laptop that won't do it. So that's partly why I wanted to work a job for a while, is to save money for all that. Now I'm not sure that's going to happen. It's like, fine, let go of that because my health is more important. I'll figure out another way. I'm sure all you people out there, you'll get jobs and you'll just support me and buy my merchandise and donate money and all that. It's crass. I don't ask for that. I actually am not expecting people to donate because I know everybody's struggling. And really just support the videos, like just share them, like them, because I'm talking about what it's like to live out here. And, hopefully people are connected through these videos, and I try and keep a good audience that's not out to troll or anything, but I can't edit videos for people right now, and it's a real challenge, and I need to brush up my editing skills. I mean, I think I'm a good editor, but as far as technically, like, knowing stuff like Adobe Premiere, I don't use that. I could learn it probably in a few days, but anyways, it's it's a whole process to be able to do it. I'm not able to just offer services, and the people I would be able to edit for are probably just individuals who just want to hire someone for $50 or something to make a video. It's like, it's not even worth the money. It takes so much time. I struggled with that for so long. No, my Spanish isn't fluent. It's hard to do that too. I really and you have to build up a network and all that. I tried doing that, or teaching Spanish speakers English, because that would be easier since my English is fluent, and I couldn't even get a single person, not even one of my friends, my Spanish speaking friends, who could have benefited from me. Now, he was a lazy fuck who'd always watch TV and stuff in Spanish, and I'd be like, dude, why aren't you learning this? You could earn more money if you spoke English. You could get around better and stuff. And he'd always make up some bullshit excuse. But here's the other thing he did. He bought a BMW X3, and he would ask me to drive him around to dealerships. Like, I drove him like 300 miles around to different dealerships every weekend for a while to look for a BMW X3 that he wanted, because he wanted an SUV, something for his job. And I'm like, well, why would you get a BMW? Why not something like a Toyota or Honda that's more reliable? His answer every fucking time was this like childish, evasive bullshit. Like, oh, no, you don't understand. BMW, it's like, my boss wants it. And so I'm like, but why don't you get a more reliable car? And he just would not give a straight answer. And sure enough, months and years later, I was like picking him up from the mechanic because his car is constantly getting worked on, and he's complaining about how much it costs to get fixed. And I'm like, you simple fuck, like, what did you think was going to happen? God damn, people really don't want to learn. But anyways, it's his life. It's not worth getting worked up about. Anyways, yeah, that was a ridiculous time. I should have refused to help him. I should have been like, no, because if you have problems with this car, then I need to help you out with that too. And this bullshit phone is so annoying. It keeps crapping out. Water treatment plant operator, maybe. I just try and look up jobs on Indeed in my area and filter them by full-time employment. Maybe I should look for part-time too. And entry level. And even those, there's not much, like even the entry level stuff, it's marked entry level, but I'm not qualified for it. And Indeed jobs, they usually make you put in like how many years experience do you have, and you have to enter a round number. And so if it's 0, they won't even accept your application in some places, or they'll say like, are you sure you want to apply? They don't recommend it. But one, I literally couldn't even apply. It kept saying error. And I think it's because I put 0 years experience, and I was just hoping they'd be willing to train me. Pharmacy? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if they'd hire someone who has no medical background. There's parents out here at the park with their kids riding bikes. There's people playing basketball, kids playing basketball, obviously with a coach. There's a baseball game going on. People don't learn. So it's like, all right, you really don't understand the nature of this. And how it's disrespectful to everyone else and the healthcare workers who have to live with this and watch people die. Oh, you're a lead pharmacy technician that started as a part-time bagger? It's all about getting your foot in the door? All right, well, it's something to consider. Maybe I'd look up those things, like look up car washing, look up pharmacy stalker. Is that all I'd look up? Like, I don't know. Do they really need someone separate to just put the medicine on the shelves? I guess so. I don't know. I mean, and I've got YouTube. It's not yet a full-time job, but it's something. But I'm really just starting to think, like, maybe this week will be my last week. Damn it, that's annoying. Look up pharmacy clerk? Alright, I'll try that. Focus on YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for how many years now? Since 2009. So going on 12 years. And yeah, sure, I'll focus on it. By all means, but anyways, it's a steady grind. It's getting there. If this phone keeps crapping out, I'm going to stop the stream. This is so annoying. But I don't know what else to think other than, you look up jobs every day because there's new postings, but lately not a whole lot of new postings. A lot of stuff is from 2 to 5 days ago. I gotta drink lots of water. That's good for my immune system. I'm way too dehydrated chronically. For one thing, at my job, in the mornings, I try not to drink a lot of water because I have to go to the bathroom like crazy, and I always got to leave at an inopportune time to go to the bathroom. And then after lunch, I try not to drink water because there's a bunch of people around. There's drivers around, a lot of whom don't wear masks, obviously don't give a shit about their health or other people's health. And they don't give a shit about social distancing. They don't seem to understand you shouldn't all stand around talking to each other just because you have masks on. So I don't even take off my mask and face shield for anything to drink water then. And then at night, I'm dehydrated because I'm sleeping. Even if I drink water before I sleep, I gotta, piss in a bottle. And then, lately, just when I'm dehydrated, I have the most messed up nightmares. I dreamed last night people were trying to shoot me and kill me. I'm not advocating for anything like that here, Space Junk. I wouldn't even consider it, so. That's not going to happen. But I'll look up pharmacy clerk. I'll see. I don't know. I don't want to work with customers, though. And yeah, I'm sure they do, Mr. Amazing 3001. And I highly advise against abusing your job at a pharmacy for any purposes. unfortunately, LA had to become the epicenter of the country for infections. And now we're looking at a sorry ass $600 check, which is better than nothing, but we need way more than that. We need $2,000 or $3,000 a month. We should all be getting. And I'd be all for a general strike. Everyone organize, shut down your workplaces, shut down the country, go on strike. Dumbass is still out shopping for Christmas. I've seen it at shopping center parking lots, Target parking lots. It's fucking packed. It's like, how stupid, how asinine do you have to be to do that? I don't want to hear about it, Tony. I'm not here for that kind of thing. But yeah, let's just wait and see. But every day is a gamble. Every day is a potential for new exposures to the Trump virus. And I know these fuckheads at my job, especially more so the drivers, are not wearing masks and not getting tested. And I'm reasonably sure they're not getting tested because for a lot of them, I'm sure they're working 10 to 12 hours a day delivering stuff, and they come to the warehouse at like 6, 7, 8 in the morning. So they don't exactly have time to go out and get tested. And a lot of them didn't wear masks for weeks, and probably months before that, and didn't give a shit. So how's that for fucking safety? Trying to think, do I have anything healthy I can eat in my car that's not sugary? I have a bunch of oranges or tangerines or tangelos or whatever the hell they call it. There's like 80 different varieties of orange fruits. Oh, I have little cans of soup like lentils. I could have some of those. But yeah, this is real messed up. Okay, that's annoying. Cut out again. And I wonder how long well, first of all, I know I'm sure at least that one employee at the food bank, probably both of them are not getting tested because they're there pretty much every day. One is there 7 days a week, opening to close. The other is there 6 days a week. And neither of them wear masks like 98% of the time. Once every day out of, every few weeks I'll see them with a mask on. So it's like they're probably not getting tested. So how long until that place shuts down? Because the employees are out sick. And the owner doesn't wear masks every time I've seen him there. He might be a Trump fan too. I have my suspicions. Well-founded suspicions. Jeez, it's hot. Which is nice, but I don't want to roll down the windows too much because of the Trump virus. There's always this fucking guy in a suit who stands around at the park like he's doing surveillance, and he's just always on his phone, looking around at people like he's got some business to take care of. I shouldn't have eaten so much. When I get these meals, got to remember, cut them in half, eat the rest an hour later. Even though it gets cold, who cares? It's not good to like spike your insulin levels and stuff and try and digest too much food all at once, even if it is like, healthy ingredients. guess I'm going to get going soon, too. I want to do more writing. I wrote some this morning. And keep looking for jobs. And click like everyone. Helps the video out. I need to keep doing this, too, to survive. Believe me, it is helping me survive that I do YouTube. Fuckwits like Tony, notwithstanding, trying to give attention that I don't want. I don't even like being outside anywhere. Because I gotta be around people. But this could very well be my last week at the job. We'll see. And we'll see how it goes day to day. If there's multiple employees testing positive, or if there's problems in the warehouse with people being stressed and behaving badly because we're short-staffed. Yeah, excuse me. And it makes it harder to work when we're short-staffed. It's just like we can't work as safely. You have to throw the packages around instead of piling them neatly. And when you can't pile them neatly, then the drivers have to get closer to you to look through them because they're just scattered around like a sea of packages instead of you being able to set them down at the end of like the spot you have and pile them up. So that's another factor in there too. It's like I don't need to be exposed to all that. So staying in my car may have been the smartest thing I've done. I certainly don't want to live in that co-op that I'd have 15 roommates at, because that seems like I'd be bound to get sick, get the Trump virus if someone else in the whole facility got sick. So not worth it too. Yeah. Another ambulance out. It sounds like fire trucks. Imagine though, having to go to the hospital now if you get in a car crash. How bad that scenario would be. How long you might have to wait for good treatment. The risk of getting the Trump virus in the hospital. So I don't even want to drive a lot. My ears always hurt now. I have my mask on so tight out of necessity. But I got these new filtered masks from the dollar store. I want to see if those just fit better and if they don't cause fogging up when I wear my face shield. That's where I wear them so tight. Oh, do I have some beef jerky left? It's good to deal with the feeling of like too much blood sugar in me. Even though this has sugar too. Oh, I should see if I have some chicken sticks left in my trunk. Also, after each shift at work, I spray down my jacket, my pants with disinfectant. I'm not sure how effective that is, but seems like a good idea. I'm gonna go to my trunk and see if I have a chicken stick in there. Aha, you little rascal. Had one left. My lentils I'll have later. Can you believe in New Zealand now they've lifted all the restrictions? It's so weird. I watch Auntie Donna videos. They're a great comedy troupe in New Zealand. And in their videos, they're not wearing masks. And I'm just weirded out every time. I'm like, oh, these guys are just ignoring the safety protocols. But it's like, no, their country's totally free of the Trump virus. A few walnuts. That's plenty. Need that $600 check and more. I'm going to mute the microphone. I have some business to do, if you know what I mean. these antibacterial wipes are so cheap. It's like sometimes they didn't like cut them the right length, so you get one that's like the size of two. I don't care. Why can't I just get paid to be me? I do get paid to be me on YouTube, but paid, all I ask is $4,000 or $5,000 a month. And I'd still live in my car if I did that. No way I'm giving $2,000 of that or more to a landlord to rent. What the fuck kind of life is that? Oh, yay, I get an apartment. Do I get to have anyone over? No. The Trump virus. Do I want anyone over? No, I don't want to be around people. Just in general. Do I want neighbors in the building? No. I'm going to try and actually shower today before the sun starts going down, which I have failed at doing lately because I'm just lazy. And then it gets a little cold. Yeah. Anyone want to place bets on when I'll quit my job? Go ahead. I'm not sure it'll be that long now, unless they take serious safety measures and distance us. See, I excrete water and then I got to drink a bunch of water. When's it going to end? This horrible cycle. I may not even wait till the end of the week. I'm not sure. It's too bad, but if I get sick, I would have wished I left earlier. Oh, excuse me. And just imagine what it'll be like if, mechanic shops are closed, gas stations can't be operated, grocery stores can't be stocked. But that's it. I shouldn't imagine it, because what's the point? It's just another, imaginary problem. Imaginary meaning it's something I'm thinking about in the future that's not yet happening, and I have no control over it anyways. All I can control is myself, and that's going to be the most help to me, is just thinking, how do I get through this? Me and my dirty t-shirts. Is my ears sticking out more, or is it my imagination? Because I wear my mask all the time. I think it's my imagination. My TMJ exercises have helped. I have less ringing in my ears. It's not even ringing, just pain and tinnitus. I have less, so that helps. Just look up TMJ treatments on YouTube. You can find a bunch. Like this one. Another ambulance. A lot of ambulances aren't going to be able to help people in time because damn Trump virus is going around. Anyways, I don't know if I have much more to say. I want to conserve my battery. I think I'm going to get going. Thanks for watching, everyone.